When most people think of life in their 90s, images of rocking chairs, afternoon naps, and taking it easy come to mind. But not for Jim Arrington. Known as the oldest competitive bodybuilder on record, Jim is rewriting the book on aging and keeping an eye on what he puts into his body. So, what's the secret to his longevity and impressive physique? It comes down to 3 key foods he includes in his diet, 3 he avoids, and a fitness routine that's as inspiring as it is intense. Born in 1932, Jim was troubled by asthma as a kid.
I was an asthmatic and very unhealthy, sick all my life. In 1947, when I was 15 years old, I decided that I couldn't do that anymore because I wanted to be a superhero.
He was a small child who would often get sick, and as a result of his condition, he couldn't run far or play as much as he wanted. While kids Jim's age looked at comics and other things, Jim instantly fell in love with bodybuilding, and over the decades he built a career, raised a family, and became a living legend in the fitness community.
Changed my diet entirely. I'm doing more with olive oil, mushroom, things like that.
Let's dive into the foods that fuel this legend and those he avoids to keep his body in top shape. The 3 foods Jim swears by. Lean protein sources. It's no surprise that Jim prioritizes lean protein, which helps him maintain muscle mass, a must when you're aiming to stay strong in your 90s. Chicken, fish, and eggs are staples in Jim's diet, giving him the building blocks his body needs to repair and grow muscle. Protein is essential at any age, but for someone in Jim's position, it's even more critical, as it helps combat the natural loss of muscle that comes with aging. Jim typically opts for grilled chicken breast or salmon, both low in fat and high in quality protein. The fish also provides omega-3 fatty acids, which have anti-inflammatory properties and benefit joint health, something invaluable for a bodybuilder in his 90s. Eggs are another go-to, packed with all 9 essential amino acids. Fun fact, Jim often says that his protein intake isn't about quantity but quality. By focusing on lean meats and fish, he's getting what he needs without unnecessary fats or fillers. Green vegetables. Jim is well aware that keeping his body alkaline and inflammation-free is key to maintaining his energy and longevity. Spinach, kale, and broccoli are some of his favorites, loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. These greens help reduce oxidative stress, which can accelerate aging and lead to various health issues. Broccoli is particularly rich in vitamin K and calcium, supporting bone health, while spinach and kale provide iron, helping keep Jim's energy levels up. Including these in his daily diet has been a game changer, giving him the micronutrients needed to maintain his overall health and keep lifting weights well into his 90s. Tip: Jim often lightly steams or sautés his veggies to retain the most nutrients, making them easier to digest and giving him a better nutrient boost. Complex carbohydrates. While many diets today advocate low-carb or carb-free approaches, Jim knows that carbohydrates are crucial to keeping his energy levels up. He opts for complex carbs, which provide a slow, steady release of energy. Oats, sweet potatoes are his go-tos, fueling his workouts and helping him maintain muscle endurance. Sweet potatoes are packed with vitamins A and C, which support immune health, and they're easy on the stomach. Quinoa, a complete protein and rich in fiber, gives Jim the carbs he needs without spiking his blood sugar. Oats, another favorite, contain beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that supports heart health. Before workouts, Jim has a small portion of complex carbs to make sure he has the stamina to lift. His choice? A bowl of oatmeal with a sprinkle of berries for antioxidants. The 3 foods Jim avoids like the plague. Now, let's look at the foods Jim steers clear of. As much as he enjoys a balanced diet, there are certain foods he believes do more harm than good, especially for an aging bodybuilder. 1. Refined sugars and sweets. For Jim, sugar is public enemy number 1. Refined sugars, like those found in candies, pastries, and sugary drinks, are known to contribute to inflammation, a big no-no for anyone looking to stay healthy long-term. Sugar also spikes insulin levels, leading to energy crashes, and can cause weight gain around the midsection. 2 things that don't mix well with bodybuilding goals. By avoiding sweets, Jim maintains stable energy levels and keeps inflammation at bay, supporting his joints and muscles. Instead, if he craves something sweet, he'll reach for a piece of fruit, which offers natural sugars along with fiber and vitamins. Pro tip: Jim's advice to anyone trying to cut back on sugars to start small. Try swapping out sugary snacks for fresh fruit and eventually cut back on refined sweets altogether. 2. Processed meats. While protein is essential, Jim is selective about where his protein comes from. Processed meats, like bacon, sausage, and deli meats, are loaded with sodium and preservatives that can lead to health issues over time. These foods are also often high in saturated fats, which can contribute to heart disease, a risk Jim is keen to avoid. Instead, Jim opts for fresh cuts of meat or fish, which provide the protein he needs without unnecessary additives. This choice supports not just his bodybuilding goals, but his overall health, keeping his arteries clear and his blood pressure stable. Jim's take: when it comes to processed meats, he simply says, if it doesn't look like it came from nature, it's not for me. 3. Fried foods. It might be tempting to enjoy a basket of fries or a plate of fried chicken, but Jim has made the conscious choice to stay away from fried foods. These foods are typically cooked in unhealthy oils and are calorie-dense, meaning they can quickly add up without providing much nutritional value. Fried foods also lead to inflammation and increase the risk of developing chronic conditions like heart disease and diabetes. For Jim, avoiding fried foods isn't a sacrifice. It's a choice to fuel his body with better options. Instead of French fries, he'll have a baked sweet potato. Instead of fried chicken, he'll opt for grilled or roasted. These swaps keep him lean, energetic, and able to keep up with his rigorous workout routine. Jim says that when you're motivated by feeling good and staying active, it's easy to leave the fried foods behind. He focuses on how his choices impact his energy and ability to lift, which keeps him on track. Jim Arrington's workout routine and philosophy. Here's how he structures his workouts and stays motivated. 1. Strength training with lighter weights and higher reps. Jim knows his limits but doesn't let age dictate what he can and cannot do. He opts for lighter weights with higher repetitions, allowing him to keep building muscle while avoiding unnecessary strain. This approach not only keeps his joints safe but also helps him maintain lean muscle mass, a rarity in men over 90. Jim often says, it's not about the heaviest weight, it's about consistency. By lifting lighter and with proper form, he reduces his risk of injury while still making gains. 2. Consistency and adaptability. One of Jim's secrets is that he's consistent. No matter what, he sticks to his workout schedule, showing up even when he doesn't feel like it. But he's also flexible. If a certain exercise feels too tough, he'll swap it for a more manageable one, ensuring he doesn't overstrain himself. Jim recommends listening to your body and being willing to adapt. For him, it's more important to keep moving than to push through pain. 3. Daily stretching and mobility work. Jim incorporates daily stretching to keep his muscles limber and his joints functional. Stretching helps him prevent stiffness, which can slow down many people as they age, and keeps him feeling young. He spends about 10 to 15 minutes each morning stretching his legs, arms, and back. It's a small time investment that pays off in how he feels and moves throughout the day. Jim Arrington's life is proof that age is just a number, and with the right food and fitness habits, you can keep doing what you love well into your 90s.